Thank you so much for watching this series dedicated to life lessons for my tiny typhoons. Enjoy!
Just a simple gold necklace today.
Alright. This video will make way more sense if you watch part 1. So go watch that. Skincare is the best care before we talk about how makeup is to highlight and not hide.
Alright, so perfumed, jewelried, and now, perfumed, jewelry, and now we're gonna sit down and do some makeup. Let's see if I can sit down without completely biffing it. And I did! Woohoo! Alright, let's get ready. Woo. Okay. Alright, I'm putting my rings back on. I do not like to do skincare with my rings. Gotta clear off my makeup table. We have thank you cards for all the people who brought us meals when I was recovering from surgery. So setting that aside, getting everything up. Alright, girls, you have grown up with me using this mirror and I will use it forever, even though there are times I don't love it. I'm just gonna use it because I have it. Alright, so because I do so much for my skincare routine, my makeup routine is fairly simple. So I don't wear any foundation, I don't do much. I look very glowy right now. I promise I do not look like a seal's butt most of the time. I think the product is just living its life and I'm not mad at it. But I do my skincare first, I lay the foundation, and then I put a little makeup on top of it. So I'm gonna clip this to me so I can talk to you while I am doing this. Alright, this is my go-to eyebrow pencil. I have just not been super hip when it comes to following all the trends that has to do with eyebrows. I mean, when I stopped wearing makeup, the big eyebrow thing, or when I stopped wearing a lot of foundation, because I used to do the whole girlies. You were very young when I did this, but I used to do the whole thing. Like the whole highlight, contouring, the whole baking, the whole shebang. I just don't really do that anymore. I stopped during the pandemic because honestly I had nowhere to go. And I just focused on my skincare because I didn't need to go anywhere to focus on my skincare. So I kind of took my entire routine, which was like skincare, priming, foundation, eyeshadow, eyebrows, baking, highlighting, contouring, what was it, hacking? Yeah, something like that. Did that, and then baking, setting, spray, make sure it's stuck on my face like a freaking octopus. And I just stopped doing all of that during COVID, focused on skincare, did a very simple skincare routine, or not a skincare routine, did a very simple makeup routine after doing skincare really well. So now this is really what I've been doing since the pandemic. So my eyebrows, and like I said, like there are a lot of different trendy things to do with my eyebrows. I'm just not trendy. So I don't laminate my eyebrows. I don't glue it to my face. I don't highlight it. I don't shape it. I don't do all the things this is what you get. I fill it in so it looks like I have eyebrows. And I use my favorite eyebrow pencil from Etude House. And when I'm lucky, they have a solid deal on Amazon where I can get like 2 for like $6, which is nice. And I use dark brown. Alright, and as you can see, it probably, like, this is not a makeup tutorial. Girls, I am not that hip to do a makeup tutorial, nor do I know enough about makeup for it. But here we go. Boop, boop. And then I just comb it out. And now it looks like I have eyebrows. What a day. What a time to be alive. And so do that. And actually, I'm going to put on a little bit of this, which is a eyelash serum. Because when your daddy and I went to Vietnam, I got like lashes like done professionally. And they were great. Oh my gosh, the girl who did them, she was fantastic. She did so good. But I started hyperfixating on my fake lashes, on the like 11-hour plane ride on the way back, and I slowly started gently picking them out. I lost a couple little warriors, eyelash warriors in that battle, so I've got to try to grow them back. All right, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to do my eyes. So today, I am not going to put any eyeshadow on. I'm just going to prime my eyelids. This is not my favorite eyelid primer, if we're going to be honest, because my favorite one they don't make anymore. So I have another one coming, but this is not my favorite, but it will do. So I prime my eyelids, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. And then I'm going to add a little setting powder because you will see shortly I like to wear eyeliner. Alright, girlies. When it comes to makeup, I am a big, and I tell you this, I'm a big believer in less is more. Why? I really want you to never look at makeup as something to hide imperfections. I want you to look at makeup as something to highlight all the things that are perfect about you and all the things that you want to accentuate. So makeup as a hiding mechanism, not great. Makeup as a highlighting mechanism, fantastic. So I hope that as you grow up and you see my non-reliance on makeup, that it will encourage you to have just a healthy relationship. You know, when you turned 12, we gave each of you your first skincare bundle, which was essentially a oil cleanser, a water cleanser, moisturizer, and sunblock. And that was very intentional for us because we really wanted to see you in your 12th year of life just be consistent with taking care of your skin because it's so important. And then when you turn 13, we gave you your first makeup product, which is mascara. And every year you get older, we add another makeup product, but it wasn't like we added everything at once because, again, we really don't want you to heavily rely on makeup as a hiding mechanism, a hiding thing. And also, our priority is to teach you to take care of your skin versus just putting things on it all the time. So it makes no sense to build a house on a shaky foundation, like a janky one. And I want you to think of makeup and skincare as the same. There's no point really in putting makeup on your face if you're not taking care of what you're putting makeup on. So that's a priority for us, and this is the only freaking eyeliner I use. I remember Daddy and I were in San Francisco for our 5-year wedding anniversary, and I told him that I really needed an eyeliner. So he and I spent maybe 4 hours in the Sephora in San Francisco, and I would see him peek over the shelf and hold up an eyeliner, draw it on his hand, and run over and be like, "What do you think? Is it gonna wipe off if I do this?" So I have such a core memory of that because it was your dad willing to do what I needed and to be fully invested in the fact that I said I really need a good eyeliner, and the man was about it, right? He didn't have to be about it, but he was about it because I was about it, and he just wanted to be a part of that adventure. And so I really, as you two grow up, your dad and I, we pray that you would find, or not that you would find, actually. Let me rephrase that. As you two grow up, we pray that if you choose to get married, and you don't have to get married, you don't have to have kids, you do whatever God called you to do, and that doesn't always mean marriage and family. But if you choose to get married, we pray that your husband would be a man who seeks after the Lord's heart, and that he would be somebody who is encouraging, and he would be somebody who is about the things that you're about. And I think Dad sets a really high bar for that type of love and affection and support. And I just hope that you have something similar or even better. So anyways, I really went off on a tangent with eyeliner. It'll happen. All right, so I'm going to put this on. Girls, the skin around your eyes, oh my chicken, it's so thin. So in the skincare part, you probably notice I use my ring finger to pat around my eyes, my eye cream. And when I was putting product on, I was not heavily pressing and pulling at my eyes because thin skin, girls, that's gonna pull. You don't want that. Your ring finger, boop, 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 is the weakest finger. So use this to apply anything around your eyes, skincare, makeup, whatever. And I will definitely teach you when we get into the eyeliner season of your life to put on eyeliner without pulling. So that is why a good eyeliner is absolutely key, because you have an eyeliner that draws really well. You're not having to pull at it. So I'm going to put on an eye for you. And apparently, I am such a millennial because I do a winged eyeliner. And you can see I'm not pulling. And then at my eye. So I drew out the outline and now I'm just filling it in gently, usually with little taps. But apparently, yes, I'm a millennial because I have winged eyeliner, and apparently your generation or Gen Alpha does not do wing eyeliner. They do a straight across with like a brown eyeliner. I'm a millennial. I'm old. I'm happy. So wing eyeliner because it's what I like. So when I done, you can see I did not pull because this pen is a freaking magic. So let me do my other one, and you see I'm not pulling. Then I'm just taking the pen and I'm patting it to fill in the outline. And eyeliner's done. And then how I store it, this is the tip. Store it like this, downside, so that the pen is always getting more ink. Okay, now we've done that. You two have been incredibly blessed by your father's genetics which is beautiful freaking eyelashes. I'm jealous. To be silly. To be jealous that you have such good eyelashes. But I glue mine on and I want to correct it. I almost said I have to. I don't have to do nothing. In fact, Daddy loves it when I am barefaced, looking like I got back from the gym, wearing his gym clothes. So, also an important thing of makeup is do it if you want to. And what I love as I see you two in your teenage years, is sometimes I see you spend time doing mascara and because mascara and makeup, and sometimes you just don't, and you've never given me the impression that you felt pressured to always have makeup on, and I love that about you. So I just put glue on my fake eyelash, and I will dye in the... Well, that was awkward. I had my lashes ready and everything, and the camera turned off because it got too hot. So I got to figure that out. But I am applying glue to my flash, and while it waits to dry and get to the perfect tacky texture, I put on my blush, and I smile really big. One of my favorite memories is when you two were toddlers. You would always want to hang out with me while I was doing makeup, and I would dab the cute little cheekers with makeup. So now the glue is perfectly tacky, and the key to putting on fake eyelashes, if you ever want to wear them, is making sure that the mirror is more angled like this so that you can put it on. So I'm going to do that. One fake lash down. Second fake lash. Here we go. Hopefully the camera will not turn off on me because that sucks. All right, putting lash glue on the strip. I like using a wand with my babies because I feel like it gives me more control over having like a squirt tube. Makeup is, glue is applied, and then while that is drying, I just put a little highlighting powder. This is my absolute favorite by Smashbox, and or not Smashbox, sorry, Becca. Unfortunately, I think it was during COVID that they actually went out of business and sold their formula to Smashbox. So I go ahead and I go to Sephora online and I purchase this. And the one that I always use is Champagne Pop. All right, so now this is tacky enough. Again, the camera that, or the mirror that you can't see is angled so that I can lean against it and put on my fake lashes. And I didn't like lashes for the longest time because I felt like they always popped off my eyes. And I realized that's because I was using really cheap ones that was made with a plastic band versus a thread band that holds all the eyelashes together. Now I just have a little highlighting, like a nice little eyeshadow pen that I put in my corners. And now my makeup is done for the day. And so I'm a big makeup once a day kind of girly. I do not touch up. I do not want to carry makeup in my purse. So I like to do my face and just do it one time. That's why I prime my eyeshadow so that my eyeliner stays on all day. That's why I found an eyebrow pencil that sticks on my face like an octopus. The blush and the highlighter, also fantastic. But you know what's great? All of this is done on top of really great skincare. So there's my face. Looks very dewy right now. And then I'm going to pick out a lipstick. I'm a big lipstick girly right here. So I want to pick out one. And I think I'm going to wear my favorite, which is Founder. So I'm going to wear this one. I haven't brushed my teeth yet, so I'm not going to put on lipstick. But definitely my favorite. Definitely my favorite brand because the lipstick is pretty much apply once a day if you let it dry right. So that's what I do. But now I am ready for the day. I love you so much, my girls. I think the world of you. It is an honor and a privilege to be your mom. And I hope that as you continue to grow up and we continue to do more skincare, because we add a new skincare product pretty much every year after 12. So, 12 is oil cleanser, water cleanser, moisturizer, and sunblock. And as you get older, we can add different products. I just don't want you putting too much on your skin while you are very young, so we keep things very minimum. But that also means we keep things very minimum when it comes to makeup. So when you're 13, you get mascara, and then when you turn 14, um, you get, actually 13, you get like mascara, and then I let you start wearing blush. And then at 14, you're going to choose another piece of makeup that you want to use. So I think the next product that you turn 14, I think one of you expressed you wanted to wear a like a CC cream, which is great. So we're going to keep doing that. And just remember, skincare is the best care. Take care of your skin. Your skin is the largest organ on your body, so take care of your skin. Make sure that you're washing everything off your face. Make sure that you're sleeping. Daddy and I bought you a satin pillowcase so that it doesn't absorb all your skincare at night, and it's really nice on your hair. But just make sure you're taking care of your skin, because what's the point of building and putting things on top if you're not taking care of the foundation? So just a really great skincare routine in the morning and at night is so key. I am 38 and I feel very confident in saying that my skin doesn't look like I haven't taken care of it. And then when you do makeup, my heart for you, and I know this is very different because I don't think there's anything terrible about wearing makeup. Makeup is fun, and if it's a creative outlet, it's a creative outlet. But I just never want you to use makeup as something to hide what you think are your imperfections. I want you to use makeup as a way to highlight all of your perfections. Life is just way too short and way too hard to sit in front of a mirror and pick yourself apart because you don't fit into a social standard of beauty. That you walk into a room with confidence and grace because you know who God has made you to be, and you know that you deserve to be in any room you walk into. And so it's not about how you look, it has to be about the presence of the Lord in you that gives you confidence in your identity and yourself, and just also knowing that you are so loved by us. So when you walk into a room, I I really want you to, as you grow up, to not be like me, be like me. I spent a lot of time in my youth hating myself and starving myself and thinking that I was just so full of things that needed to be fixed because I didn't fit into a social standard. I wasn't thin enough. I wasn't like small enough. I wasn't all these things. And I pray that the way that Daddy and I have taught you and the people we have surrounded you with are people that appreciate you and speak life into you, because yes, you are beautiful, but you two are also so incredibly strong, so incredibly kind, so incredibly gifted, so incredibly intelligent, so incredibly lovely, so incredibly spirit filled, so incredibly caring. You are so many other things outside of how you look. And skincare is to take care and steward your skin, right? To care for your skin. And makeup is to highlight your perfections. And so I never want you to use it as a tool and as a mechanism to hide things. I always have this rule that I want to be able to leave the house with or without makeup. I don't want to rely on it to give me any sort of sense of identity. I want to have the freedom to come and go from our home with or without makeup. And I love that you two, right now in your teenage years, see that, and you are very much the same. Like, I don't see you stressing out and putting on makeup every single day. And I love that. And I love when I do see you put on makeup because you do look adorable. But it's just not the core must have before you leave the house. And that delights my soul as your mom. I love you two so much. It is such an honor to be your mama.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.